All right, I don't mean to brag, by the way. I did come second in a TFT match yesterday. I did come second in a TFT match. All I ask, by the way, people keep going, why won't you play auto chess with Apollo? Don't bug me. I'm happy to play auto chess with Apollo, as long as by auto chess you mean TFT. So don't bug me. My missive is out there. My negotiation is already out there. All he has to do is say, sure, TFT would be fine to spend some time together. That's it. Anyway, hold on. Why aren't you playing TFT with Hafu? Yo, she's in Cabo San Lucas right now. Shut up. Okay, we got 3 gold. We got a wizard. We got a cleric. We got a scout. I'm saying scout wizard. I think that's the play. I think you go scout wizard early. I'm amazed at how many people are like, why won't you just download auto chess? Because the view count would go from like 7,000 to 1,300. But the 5,700 people who won't watch are like, here's my opinion on the way that you should do it. Well, I will say, dude, I've come to realize the value of a Vagrant, a 1-cost, 3-class unit early on, is such an awesome enabler. Very helpful. This is New Game Plus 2, by the way. Put Vagrant in front, it has really high HP. You know what? That's great intel. I had no idea. I've been using it like it's just a nice thing to keep in your wallet in case you need it someday. But now that I know it's got really high HP, we'll stick it up there. For now, level 3 hard. Is there any... We can't get a synergy out of this? I'll still take them just to make sure we can survive. Vagrant is the $20 bill you keep behind your driver's license. Exactly. It's just a nice thing to remember. It's the, you know, it's the $50 your grandma gave you for Christmas when you were 10 years old, and you've got it in like a savings account at a bank that isn't even in your city. But you know that one day, if you really needed it, you could fly out to Nova Scotia and go to the Truro Credit Union and pick up that $50 plus 22 years of 0.85% interest. So it's got to be like $61 by now. I'm a reroll man on this one. This is not that impressive. Dude, I gotta tell you. Enemies have 20% less HP is huge. I don't mind doubling up on a scout here. And I don't mind taking a swordsman. And the only reason I'm taking these is, you know, it's going to slow down our economy a little bit. But it's also going to enable us to get some good synergies early on here. I'm realizing the value. Dude, like, after playing TFT yesterday, I had played 2 games. I had a 5th place finish and a 2nd place finish. According to my placement matches, I am now at potentially bronze 4 if everything goes the way it's gone up to this point. I'll keep plugging away at the Arcanist for now. So I'm pretty much an expert, I would say, at bronze 4. I will say before I came 2nd, I was iron 2, so we've come a long way. But I think now I've mastered it. So what do you do? Early on, go wide while you build your economy. You know, enable as many, or at least a few, synergies. Then build up that econ, as you will not be dying. Then use your econ to buy great units, and you're good to go. So we could get a Carver, which would give us extra healing effectiveness. Carve's a statue that I'm honestly, I'm just going to tell you, I think it seems annoying. So I pass. Dan's Unity poem. Dan did make a Unity poem. Some people have asked me what's up with the poem. Oh, I don't know. Like, you'd be surprised. Before Dan tweets, he doesn't run them by me. maybe you wouldn't be surprised, because then, like, I mean, I was happy with the content of the message, but the fact that the man used an AABBCC rhyming scheme is just like, it's the corniest rhyming scheme you could possibly come up with. But I still support the quality of the message regardless. Rogues are better. Warriors do more damage as they're losing things. Oh, okay. Repeatedly deal damage to all enemies based on how many mages or sorcerers you have. I know we don't have anything there yet, but, well, not much there yet, but I'm not sweating it. I will go level 2 Arcanist, and then we can get a level 2 healer and a level 2 Psyker. All damage taken is stored up to 50% max HP and distributed as healing to all allies. Okay, hold on. Why don't you go up to the front for a second? This is just to enable some width right now. And we'll keep this Arcanist pogging up as well. It's too early. It's early enough we don't need to worry about spending a couple of gold here and there to make the run a little bit better. Like, spending 1 gold to enable a synergy is beautiful. Do extra copies of a unit deal more damage? No. Essentially, you can't get extra copies of a unit. Once a unit... before a unit hits max level, every unit you get more or less just contributes to making them get to a higher level. Once they hit max level, you can't buy them anymore, I believe. So they either level up or do nothing. But leveling up does make them do more damage. Like, maybe that's what you were going for. So it wouldn't surprise me. That would make sense. Excuse me, Lord Campbell 96. You don't get to look at chat and say look down your nose at them and say, wow, you guys are really obsessed with this docket, huh? Because earlier, like less than 10 minutes ago, I saw you say any chance of non-roguelites being on the show next week. You might think that 100% of my brain power is focused on the game right now, and I'm not seeing the messages in chat. You would be incorrect. They have already entered my brain and been deposited via key value pair into the database. Look, we pay 2 gold to get our units closer to leveling up, but we don't waste on rerolls. Oh my god, am I in there too? When the streamer says your name. There's only 2 emotions when the streamer says your name. It's either like Pog, finally they noticed. That was me in Apollo's chat yesterday while he was playing Dota 2. Asking him if he's gonna go Assassin's Lull, and telling him that the vision range for creeps is about 350. Just trying to troll him into responding. And then there's like the Monka S when the streamer says your name. Okay, don't get hit by the turret. Incredible turret roll there. Well done. Why not spend down to 25? Isn't max interest at 50? Or does it not work the same as TFT? I've been operating under being 50. It's 25? Yo, that changes everything. 3 units will periodically take damage. All your allies gain 8% damage per tick. I'm gonna take this to try to make the Psyker or the Psykeeper better. That seems weird. I'm willing to give it a try. We got space. We can get a Sorcerer. Arcanist, Vagrant, reroll. That's, sorry, I locked by accident. Vagrant, Cleric, Swordsman, reroll. Witch, reroll. Vagrant, Psykeeper, reroll. Now, I'm like, you know what? Let's do that. Let's get our shop a little closer to leveling up. Yeah, I honestly don't think I will ever stream TFT. When I say ever, I'm like, the odds are low. Just because it's not even about the backseating. It's just that it takes every fiber of my being and complete focus to understand what's happening in the 3 seconds you get to reroll, buy, equip items. What the heck kind of synergies am I trying to build here? I don't even remember. And then to have the glance technology built into it simultaneously, and then 12 people are given this kind of advice, 30 people are given this kind of advice, and then for the most part, people don't even really like, in my opinion, enjoy watching it, except with a couple notable exceptions. I think it's kind of a lose-lose. We have some good units here. Do we have space? We got 8. We could add a 9th. For now, I'm just going to add a Plague Doctor to get this Void synergy. I like this run right now. And then we're going to go Sorcerers. I think, like, Sorcerers, Mages, but I do like the Psykeeper as well with the Immolation build we got. Yeah, I think it's just like TFT is like a second-order watch, right? Like, even the streamer is just watching the game happen, and then you're watching the streamer watch the game happen. Like, if we're gonna do that, I would rather just do marbles. Which I think is, like... It's a different game to play, for sure, because as the streamer, you have, like, literally no input. But for chat, it's, like, essentially the exact same experience, I think, except it's possible that your name could show up in lights. I mean, these waves are getting melted right now, but we gotta come up with some kind of long-term strategy here, and we don't have one yet. So, let me think. We want sorcerers and mages, and we also wish to keep our Psykeeper, which means we probably want to keep our cleric as well. Alright. So a swordsman can go and possibly be replaced with, like, a flagellant is kind of interesting. Making all of our allies stronger? Okay, so let's dump warrior, or swordsman I should say, the mono class unit, and let's add a flagellant here. And then we can ditch our rogue for certain, especially if we could get maybe an enchanter psyker or a nuker psyker. Which we'll keep for now. You are nuke mage. Enchanter healer. That's interesting. Okay. Witch is getting close. Well, kind of. I think we freeze it for now, but this is pretty good. How many gift subs for you to fart into your microphone? How many gift subs for you to stop reading r/livestream fail? 12 hours a day. Asking for a friend. Alright, easy wave. Easy wave. AoE attacks do better. Attack speed and damage to one major sorcerer. At better AoE damage. I mean, we are gonna maybe go mage sorcerer, but we want less mages or sorcerers if you make this work. I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. We're not really doing AoE. Okay, so I mean, that makes the decision easier now that you think about it. We're keeping our clerics, and that takes us to level 2. We're not keeping our scout. Nothing here is quite good enough. Witch is really closing in, man. We're not keeping our scout. Psykino is what I want. So we're gonna dump scout, take Psykino, keep Vagrant rolling. There's level 3 Vagrant. Okay, now this is some good stuff. It's hard to get all, like, healers while also keeping our greens active. I think what would be nice is to dump Cleric And then, because that will take us to one healer, unfortunately, which is bad. But then replace the cleric with a healer that is also a nuke or an enchanter or a mage. And then we can start to build from there, I think. Like if we can get a priest or a fairy or something like that. Then, we had the option earlier, but we'll get the option again, I'm sure. I mean, like, this damage is actually disgusting. Even though I don't fully understand why it's working so well, I'm gonna try to tease it apart. Some of our units randomly take damage from an item that we took. Every time they take damage, all of our units do 8% more damage. We also have a flagellant that periodically makes itself take damage. When it takes damage, all allies get 4% damage up. That's amazing. And then we have a healer that helps heal us in the interim period as well. Okay, that seems correct. This does fulfill 2 synergies, but we know what we're looking for. I mean, that fulfills 2 synergies as well, which is kind of nice, but we're not rolling AoE yet. I mean, this fulfills 2 synergies as well. There's a... Let me think about this. We could remove healer for pyro, but I really feel like we should just replace the healer with a better healer. So I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one for now. It might take us a bit to make it happen, but I'm gonna stick to my guns. I believe in our power. Yo, Lord Campbell 96, thank you. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I didn't. I always feel bad because it's the intention of the bit is not to, you know, make someone feel like they owe the stream something or they need to apologize. It's just banter, but then now I'm the bully, and I'll embrace that. That's fine because you can't be mad because I have a child. You can't be mad at me. It's as simple as that. Bald villain. You ever notice how vaudevillian and bald villain sound so close together? Me neither until just now. This is also like one of the fastest runs that I think I've ever seen. So we know we're dumping cleric, so we don't say... We don't keep there. Level 2 Plague Doctor helps me out a little. We'll freeze it there. Did I miss FTL? Well, I haven't come up with the rest of the docket yet, but I will say I don't think we'll play any more Repentance today. And part of that is because I played, 3 hours yesterday. And then I looked at my Twitch tracker to be like, how much Repentance have I played over the past week? And it still is like 45% of the stream content. Which is a little, like, even though we still got stuff to unlock, and I love playing it, 45% is a little high. I'd like it to be maybe around the 30% level. Cursed Duration, Warriors, Rangers. I reroll. Ouroboros. Projectiles that chain. I'm gonna take Hidden the Wall, but it's mostly just because I don't want to spend too much. We don't take a Cleric. We do take a Wizard. We do take a Psykeeper, which finally hits level 2. Tennis, you coward. And I would have done multiplayer stuff today, which is, would have is a 4-letter word in this context. But, last night Kate and I were talking about how today's going to go because of the doctor's appointment, and I was like, it makes the most sense for me to end the stream early. So, my Gardic time got cut into. And it's been like, the doggets have been slightly weird, because, like, Schooled was, took up a lot of time on Monday, and then the finale is on Monday as well. But then after that, we'll return to some degree of normalcy, for sure. It's been good weird, you're not wrong, it's been fun. Come on, I'm just... Fairy. Okay, Arcanist is getting... Is there an undo button? Dude, this is the most attractive button in gaming. It's the same as Sometimes in TFT, you just start to go, and then you're like, oh my god, there was a Mordekaiser there. Okay, next reroll. Please. It's alright, that's fine. That's auto chess, baby. Nothing feels as good as a reroll. It's just that simple. Not like level 3 cleric. It's like the robot in Sylvester Stallone's director's cut for the Criterion Collection of Rocky 4 is going bye-bye. Hello, Bali. Getting close. See, I'm getting close. Hello, Bali. I am a robot. I am a robot. No, that's too high. I am a robot. Dude, by the way, I can't believe I've recorded so many episodes thinking that 50 was the level cap. Now that I know it's 25, like, I'm doing so much better. No wonder I was losing so early on a lot of those YouTube runs. Because I was sitting there like, oh, I can't really spend until 50, and then like wave 6 is like, oh, by the way, you thought you were hot stuff, huh? That was easy. Rangers and rogues. Enemies take more damage. Yeah, enemies take more damage. That's a big one. Dude, level 3 witch. Now we're talking. No, cleric is going bye-bye. I really should just buy the cleric upgrades because they're so cheap. Like, they cost half of a reroll. It's alright, we're still doing, like, really well here. Cleric is actually good. Yeah, but if we can replace the cleric, which is a mono-class healer, with a healer enchanter or a healer nuker, then we get a double-class synergy. Although I must admit the effect might be worse temporarily. The potential value long-term, I think, is better. Look for a fairy, then. Okay, I will. Big rolls. Level 20. Okay, 21, I'm a little scared of. If we make it through this, we might do some shop leveling to maximize our tier 4s. This one, like, seems very optimistic. Like, not only am I, you know, pretty far into the game, but I'm pretty far into the game pretty early. This is, I've never had a run on New Game Plus 2 where, like, I feel confident on wave 21. I'm always just, like, just barely living. And this one is freaking steamrolling, man. Like, look at this. The snake that eats its own tail. And the stallion that mounts the world. We're on tier 4 shop. Don't laugh at me. I'm gonna do 2 upgrades there. Just stay above 25 for max interest. But when we get to tier 5, we have a 50% chance of tier 4 units instead of a 20% chance. I think it's worth the try. My personal opinion, that maximizes our chance of getting the fairy. Okay, you definitely don't want to drive through the X's. Begging for the location of the spawn points via text. I have no idea. It's a good game, man. Every morning I wake up and I say to myself, what am I going to record for YouTube today? FTL? And then I think to myself, no, that's like 90 minutes long. If I find the time, maybe, but I'm like, oh, SNKRX. That's a fun game. It's got good flashing lights as well. Look at this. I'm just spinning around in a circle. Crucio means taking damage shares that across enemies. Cursed duration, rangers. We do take damage as part of our design here, so why not? Trade offer, you receive a genius play, I receive a higher chance to win. We re-rolled one time once we got to tier 5 and got a second level Psykeeper. Dude, now the best thing I can say about SNKRX is that it's very fun. The second best thing I could say about SNKRX is that it costs $3, which is hilarious. The third best thing I can say about SNKRX is that it, now I finally understand the genre of auto battlers and what makes them compelling. And I can, it's expanded my horizons for what I can play in the future. Not just League of Legends or their teamfight tactics, auto chess, etc., but like now when other games come out that are like, we're inspired by auto battler mechanics, I'll understand the language of what they're saying. Instead of just being like, oh, okay, then that means I'll pass. Fairy. Fairy. Psykeeper. Psykeeper. Fairy. Fairy, Psykeeper, goodbye Cleric, hello Fairy. That's another synergy enabled. What's the Enchanter synergy? Plus 50% damage to all allies, that's amazing! I reroll? I'm not rolling down yet. That's where I stay for now. We'll probably... I mean, we might roll down on 25, we might roll down on 24, we'll see. Seems to be working pretty well here. This is the hardest level, IMO. We're sitting pretty. I'm not disagreeing with you for the record. Like, it's just, this is going so unbelievably well. I'm stunned. The best defense in this game is definitely a good offense. I think I'm now realizing, now that I'm working with the Psykeeper and the Flagellant, I'm now realizing how these, like, take damage to do damage runs can work. Previously, I was like, you don't want to take damage, because, especially as you get later into the meta, it seems like if you get hit once, you just die. Maybe twice, but now I'm like, oh, to take damage in a controlled context via mathematics, that's okay. Especially, you know, we then have healers that heal up, and we're good to go. You can solve that with warrior armor? How about that? I did lose some units there. It's okay. I reroll. I reroll. Level 2. We're probably not going to get to level 3, so I'll accept that level 2. 24 elite incoming. I'd like a second level flagellant. Like, that's realistic. Okay, we're spending down next time. Because this is our final... this is our final wave, essentially. Like, this, then the final boss, so... I do like, you appear to be dead. I appear to be dead. You appear to be dead. Yes, okay, that was not that bad at all. I mean, we do some AoEs. I'd rather spend down on the shop. Okay. We want one Psykeeper. The Plague Doctor could get there. I'm willing to try. Level 3 Psykeeper. Plague Doctor's one away. The odds of us getting Fairy is so low, dude. But let's try. This is our final spend. Plague Doctor hits level 3. What are we looking for? Oh, that's true. I guess you could still sell it if you had to. I mean, 2 wizards would be nice, I guess. Come on, come on. Come on. We're getting low. We're getting low. The level 2 Flagellant I was happy to see. It's a thinking man's game. I think we have to go for level 3 fairy, so I don't think we buy the Psykeeper. We're really fishing for fairy. We could have gotten Flagellant. That's unfortunate. Please. Oh. Well, at least we were more than 2 rerolls away. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's see. Ah! Ah, it's fine. I should probably learn not to just run into the final boss, but I'm pretty sure we still got him. I'm pretty sure we still got. Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Look at that. Toasted. Look at that. 1 run. Technically not 1 yet, but there you go. Congratulations. You have just beaten a great game. Beat the boss with half my units remaining. /marker. Let's call that SNKRX 1.